Why do countries have debt? Alright, let's break this down. You know how sometimes you gotta use your credit card because payday is a bit far off? Well, countries kinda do the same thing, but on a much larger scale. They take loans for a bunch of reasons. Firstly, imagine a country needs to build some new roads, bridges, or maybe even a shiny new hospital. That stuff costs money, and sometimes, a country might not have all that cash lying around. So, what do? They borrow some money. It's like taking out a mortgage for your dream house, but on a nationwide level. Now, let's talk about those nasty recessions. When the economy hits a rough patch and people aren't spending as much, the government steps in. They spend some extra cash to keep things rolling. But, you guessed it, that extra cash usually comes from loans. It's like the government becomes your economic superhero, using borrowed money to keep things afloat until the good times roll back around. And hey, taxes. We all love to hate them, right? But here's the deal. Sometimes, the tax money coming in isn't enough to cover all the government's expenses. Instead of cutting back on essential services or going all Scrooge on public spending, they might decide to borrow a bit. It's a bit like using a credit card when your bank account is running low. Now, here's the fun part. Countries aren't hitting up just anyone for these loans. They've got options. Sometimes, it's other countries lending a helping hand. You know, international buddies supporting each other. Other times, it's banks throwing in their financial muscle. Think of it like a global financial community where everyone's chipping in to help each other out. Oh, and those guys managing your pension funds? Yeah, they might be in on it too. Asset managers, they're called. The money they invest could end up being part of what a country borrows. So, in a weird way, your retirement savings might be contributing to building that cool new airport somewhere. In a nutshell, countries have debt for the same reasons you or I might take out a loan: to invest in the future, navigate tough times, and make sure the bills are paid without sacrificing the good stuff. It's like a financial balancing act on a grand scale,